take a moment to welcome everyone to the Watch This Shit podcast. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. My name is Seneca the Movie Professor. And with this podcast, we're going to give you the definitive decision on whether you should go view a new movie release or not. It's real easy. If we say, watch this shit, stop what you're doing, and enjoy some good cinema. If we say, don't watch this shit, avoid it as you would accepting a position at Skynet. Or don't. You can do what you want. It may be fun, or it may cost you a bullet to your body by Sarah Connors. You want to listen to us? Put your life in your own hands. Science fiction is one of my favorite genres of movie. The Matrix, Back to the Future, and Akira are three of my favorite, are in my top five favorite movies of all time. Imagining a world that is close to our own, but just far enough out of reach, is the very definition of what movies should be. They are an escape from our mundane world into one where everything is possible. Humans can dodge bullets, be the cause of their own conception, or turn into giant, drug addicted blob monsters. Possibilities are endless, and I love it. So when one comes out that shows hints that it's going to try something new or have a new spin on other ideas, I'm all for it. That is where our movie review on the day steps in. We're going to take a look at the creator. My name is Wash, Denzel Wash. Pause for dramatic effect, Junior. That's a deep cut reference to James Bond Jr. I don't know if y'all gonna get that or not, but look it up. It's a thing. This will be my last time complaining about August. I know you guys tired of it, but it was a really poor month for movies. So going into September, I was hoping, damn near needing something to get me through the end of the summer movie season. Seems like they didn't want me to have anything great. I mean, I seen some okay movies. Equalizer 3 was the only movie I reviewed for the month that I said, "Watch this shit." That was at the start of the month. Everything else has been anywhere from average to downright deplorable. Now, let's see if his son can finish the month strong as he started off. The creator takes elements from many different sources to create his world. This is the primary reason I was excited because those pieces borrowed from other media fall in line with my sensibility. Heavy anime inspiration is used to prop up the visuals of this film. Let me give you a quick synopsis before I go further. In the near future, white people's deepest fears have been realized. AI has become sentient and has become another class of citizens fighting for their own equal rights. This is worldwide, and staying on brand, the United States is the only nation that has a problem with this. So much so that they have manufactured a war between humans and machines and are traveling the world to hunt down their settlements. The goal is to wipe all these robot niggas off the face of the earth. If you don't look like us and you want freedom, you gotta fucking die. John David Washington is a military sergeant on a top secret undercover mission to infiltrate the supporters of the robots and get the location of what they consider their deity. During this mission, he falls in love with one of the AI sympathizers, Gemma Chan, hello nurse, who meets a tragic end during the raid on their encampment. Losing her causes him to lose motivation to continue the fight in this war. That is, until the military comes back with the possibility for him to be reunited with her. She may not be as dead as he thought she was. For a man that was so adamant about not taking the mission, when they presented him with the reward, he immediately accepted. Their dumbass should have known it wasn't going to go according to plan. John David Washington is a bit of a strange case, or should I say, his management team is. While I really love Black Klansman, his other Hollywood affair has been hit or miss. Amsterdam was just plain bad. Tenet was overly complicated and inaudible. Thanks a lot, Christopher Nolan. And Malcolm and Marie went straight to Netflix. I believe he is deeply talented. If you close your eyes while listening to him speak, Denzel is the person that you will hear. Boy, you sound just like your damn daddy. This puts him in a weird position. The movies he has been cast in have been huge swings, but honestly, they have been mostly underwhelming. He has the look, voice, talent, and nepotism all working for him. I just can't put my finger on what it isn't clicking to make him a megastar. I really want to see him in more films, and I want those films to be great. In The Creator, he does his job well. At the same time, just as he is, the film is missing just one key ingredient that will take it to that next level. If I figure it out, I'm gonna send him an email so that he can get this shut off the damn ground. The main thing I like is the visuals. When I discovered this movie only being a relative term for movies because they too damn expensive anyway. It only cost 80 million. With the way it looks, this is a crew that knows how to make a lot happen with the least waste in resources. There are full robots, a la the anime Pet Labor, and some they call Sims that have human faces and big holes in the side of their heads that you can see right through. This is done seamlessly and blends into the world as if it really exists. That is some amazing work by the visual effects team. There are a couple of explosion shots that were poorly rendered, but not nearly as bad as Expendables. And with everything else looking so neat, I was able to look past those couple of instances. The military has a huge space station in the sky that targets enemies with a projected beam. I was a little disappointed when the beam only marked targets, then they sent regular ass missiles to attack them. I thought we were going to see some Alice in Borderland type laser snipes. That would have been cool as hell. A very small amount of grievances with these things, as everything else, even the things that were clearly fake, still looked amazing. So, where did it all go wrong? The visuals are good. The lead actor is good. Let's take a look at the story. Open gives us a reel of news s clips that catch the audience up to how the world made it to the state that it's in now. This is used to do all of the world building. Only a couple definitions are placed on screen and no voiceover. For me, what happens is the story was a great concept, but it was missing the sense of adventure of a Total Recall or a Blade Runner. The AI had created a weapon, which is spoiled in the trailer, and it'll be spoiled here too. It's a little girl robot. She has mystical tech powers that will put whoever wills her in the position to win the war. Washington's character is the one that ends up with her in his possession, but remember, he only cares about finding Gemma Chan. Hell, everybody. This is in real life and in movies. If you send a man on a mission and his target is a lady or lady is on the team and she is beautiful, please understand that he's going to throw away anything you told him to do to make sure he keeps having sex with her. That's just basic understanding of the male species. Part of it may be with her gone for so much of the movie, his goal, while it makes sense and it's a clear objective, we don't get to see many interactions with them together. For the scenes we get them together, they have great chemistry. I mean, it's Denzel's son. He's gonna have chemistry with any love interest. They just have to be more heavily utilized. Think about the tall bitch from Tenet. They had a real good flirty, trying to use each other manipulation situation to accomplish their individual goals. Same with Zendaya and Malcolm and Marie. Hello, Nurse Zendaya. A real love-hate relationship was on full display. It had me wanting them to work out their problems and make up. You have to find a realistic anchor to hook the audience. Then you have them then you give them enough of it to keep them interested. That's the thing for me. The world, while interesting, didn't give me anything to latch onto to care about the story. Also, the antagonists were weak. Allison Janney is not threatening enough in her role as the military captain with a personal stake in destroying the robots. She's a decent actor and could pull off the desire to want to stop them, but I didn't feel she had enough strength to do so. A strong second in command could have covered up this deficiency, but none of her people in the troop were memorable. Also, oddly enough, this is the second time this year I've had to review an old white bitch trying to subjugate a class of quote fingers people that are considered minorities. It's weird how themes and sometimes whole ass ideas translate the movies that release within a short span of each other. This movie tries to coast on ideas alone. That's not enough to carry a 2 hour and 15-minute movie. Maybe a short or cool ass episode of Black Mirror, but not a full theatrical release. I want to see more movies similar to this one, but just have someone make one final pass on that story. This one could have been a classic if they did that. My final verdict: as good as the visuals are, they are not enough to carry this movie. I gotta say, don't watch this shit. And looking at the numbers for the box office, it seems no one is anyway. I want to see more of this mid-budget film that they take risk on. Taking huge swings and doing something different shouldn't be frowned upon. And I do want audiences to get to experience that, but I can't recommend it here. If it comes on Sci-Fi Channel or whatever, yeah, you can have it on in the background, but I can't recommend just walking into a theater to see it. Sorry. Thank you for listening to another episode of Watch This Shit. I've come here for the real take on the movie. So make sure you follow us so you're not left in the dark on whether you should check out a new movie. We're also on YouTube now, so like and subscribe. If you haven't seen this shit yet, go on about your life. Don't even worry about it. Matter of fact, you're doing good. Damn, you're doing good. Check us out next time when we review Saw X. It's Trump's on team. It's X. X is the Roman numeral. Fuck it. And good day to you.